complete confidence in me that I can be a senator for a full term and make you proud. But number two is, I don't think that life is just about an election. It's really about the larger campaign. And I'll end with this. I got into politics. I'm a kid from Bergen County. I moved to Newark, New Jersey when I was in my mid-20s because of how my parents raised me. They used to tell me, my father used to, when I was an 18-year-old, you don't think of me in Bergen County, I had this swagger. Because, like teenagers sometimes, you have a little swagger. I was inspired, I was a high school American football player, I was in my class, Anthony Obuchi, and my father used to look at me walking around the house, and he said, boy, don't you dare walk around this house like you did a triple. You were born on third base. You're here because of all of these people who did for you that you don't even know, you can't even thank. You are the physical manifestation of this conspiracy of love. So many people coming together for you. When we wanted to move into Harrington Park, I don't know how many of you know the story, they wouldn't show a black family in 1969. Real estate agents wouldn't show them homes in white communities in Bergen County. We had to get the Fair Housing Council to help us out. And it was a room like this on weekends where people used to meet and say, we're going to stop housing discrimination in New Jersey. And they actually got a white couple closest to my parents, a volunteer lawyer who happened to be Jewish, to represent my parents in a big rigmarole. We moved into Harrington Park, New Jersey. My father said, don't forget what got you where you are. And so when my father passed away last year, this month, 6 days before my election to be your senator, I pulled off the campaign trail, I busted state, laid in bed for about a day, crying and grieving. And I began to think, what is the purpose? What is the purpose? Why? And I don't understand that there's any logic to these things, but this is what sort of steers in my heart with me. My father was born poor to a single mom. He used to joke he couldn't afford to be poor. He was just, poor to a single mom in a segregated environment in the Deep South. And what I want to make sure is that any child born in America, whether they're born and raised in Harrington Park, or whether they're born in a segregated environment in New Jersey, we're still pretty segregated. Whether they're born to a single mother, our cities have upwards of 60 and 70% of kids being born to single moms. Whether they're born poor, 1 out of 5 children in America is born poor. I want to make sure that we have a country where any child born just like my dad, or kids born just like me, some of Harrington Park, that all of us have a fair shot, a great shot, to nurture our innate genius, to contribute to this great country, to manifest the glory of God. That's my dream. We're not there yet. And in some ways we're falling behind because social mobility is a measurable indice, and right now we've fallen behind Germany and Canada and England, where the ability to afford to make it. And that means we have work to do. That means we have work to do. And so for people like this community are called by God to love God, to do justice, to practice mercy. I'm hoping that together, all of us, different cultures, that we can all join together in this pursuit. If we do that, we won't just win elections, which are critically important, Roy Joe.